Hey guys, Cameron here with a quick spoiler-free review of the Amazing Spider-Man movie. Now, I just want to give my quick opinion on this because so many people have put so many different different views on them. I just watched ever since I watched the movie, I've been watching reviews of other people's opinions, and so many people have got like different opinions of different parts and different things they liked and different things they didn't like. Obviously, because it's a movie, but it's so mixed that I think I'm gonna watch this movie a couple more times and then make a full review. But this is just my first impressions after seeing it once. So yeah, I watched it a couple days ago. I went with my girlfriend to the cinema, and initial opinion, I really, really enjoyed it. I went into it thinking, this could be bad, this could be good, I don't really know what to think about it. The only actor I'd seen before is Rhys Ifans and Emma Stone in some things. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go into it with a completely blank, no bias. And it exceeded my expectations thoroughly. It was exciting, it was emotional, just all round, just a really fun time and a really engrossing movie. Now people are like, oh, does this stand up to Spider-Man 2, which was considered the best Spider-Man movie before this? I don't think it's fair to compare it, considering, I mean, this didn't have to be the origin again, but it chose to be, so we should compare it to the other origin, and this blows Spider-Man 1 out of the park. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Spider-Man 1. I liked it, but I wasn't a huge fan of it before seeing this movie. But now it's just nothing compared to this movie. This is probably the best Spider-Man outside of comics and animation that I've seen. I mean, that's not going. There's not a lot of that, but still, I really enjoyed it. I think compared to Spider-Man 2. I don't want to compare. See, I don't know. I'm not going to touch that. But I really think that if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you go out. Just even if you're a huge fan of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, whatever you do, don't go into it trying to compare it, because it's not. It's a completely different movie. Some of the things they did to separate it from, they clearly trying to go as far as away from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies as possible. And some of the things they did, I liked, like. They try to stay as true to the source material as possible without being anything like the original movies. And it was topsy-turvy. Some things that they did to do that I liked, and some things I didn't. Again, I don't want to spoil it, so I won't go into detail. But yeah, basically, my overall opinion is I really enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people that have problems with it, and some of the problems I agree. I mean, this movie, the first 10 minutes, I was on the fence. I was like, I'm not liking this as much as I wanted to, but it hit the point, and then it was just fun throughout. There are slow bits, but they are heavily overridden by the enjoyment that I got out of this movie and the emotionalness. And I will tell you this thing, I mean, I wasn't in a good state when I saw this movie, so that might be why. But I cried 3 times during this movie. I've heard people say that they cried once, which is the big bit, which I don't even know if I want to spoil that, because you don't really know. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but some people might not even know that. But there's the big thing that some people cried at, and I cried at that. And there's 2 other things that I haven't heard anyone say they cried at, but I cried at those as well. But yeah, I really got engrossed in this movie. I really enjoyed it, and I really thought that it exceeded mine and a lot of other people's expectations. So yeah, highly recommend you check that out. I may either see it again in the cinema a couple of times or waiting for it to come out on DVD, but I'll definitely re-review this as a spoiler review. But until then, that was my views on The Amazing Spider-Man. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you sometime soon.